Hi there everyone, it's Misty here. Welcome to a Get Ready With Me video. I hope you guys are doing well. I am here I'm gonna throw on some makeup on my face. Before I get started, just a reminder, I am not an influencer or a beauty guru or whatever you want to call them. I'm just some fat girl on the internet who likes to play with makeup. And today we are playing with a full face of LA Girl. So LA Girl is a very reasonably priced drugstore brand. Some of the stuff I have is still available. I have an eyeshadow palette that I know is discontinued, and a couple of my other things may be discontinued as well. They're one of those, I wouldn't call them fast fashion makeup brands because a lot of their things are iconic and they've been around forever, or cult favorites, whatever you want to call it. But I do have some things that are already not available. So I've already done my eyebrows because I've done my eyebrows every video, and I used this LA Girl Shady Slim brow pencil. This is in soft brown. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I dyed my hair this morning and it's got a little bit of redness to it. So this pencil is a perfect match today. If I'd used this pencil and I hadn't dyed my hair, this would have been a little too warm, a little too red. And you guys know, or if you've been with me, I did say in my last video that I'm no longer using brow pomade, or I'm not right now. I may play around with it and see if I like it. And I did buy one, but I bought blonde. I don't know why I bought blonde. I'm not blonde. So this is the wrong color for me. So this will not be used. I may keep it around and use it for something else. It would make a nice contour shade, but we'll see. But anyway, so yeah, brows are done. So before I do my eyeballs, I'm going to go ahead and prime. I have this LA Girl Pro Prep High Definition Smoothing Face Primer. The only thing I have on my face right now is my Milani Rose Oil. I forgot to put on skincare. It's been a little bit of a crazy morning. I'm actually filming this at 12:30. I dyed my hair, I took a shower, I moved some lighting around, and that took way longer than I thought it was going to be, and then it took a while to get my camera. Somehow my camera is not in the right angle. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, yeah, we're filming this a little later. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my face. But so I put that oil on my face. When my face is doesn't have any other moisturizer on it, or if it's been, you know, several hours since I moisturized, I will put an oil on. I also have a Band-Aid right here. We're going to just go around it. And that's where my other pair of glasses sit. Where are my pink ones I just had on? These are the ones I'm wearing right now. I don't wear these very often because they're kind of cheapy plastic. But I normally wear the ones with the roses or the flowers on them. And they have rubbed, or I had a pimple there and then I made it worse by wearing those glasses. So I took them off, and now I have a Band-Aid. And I'm wearing these other ones until that gets a chance to simmer down. And I'm wearing one of my headbands from Amazon. And thank you to all of you with your compliments about how my hair is looking fuller. Let's see. I bought Bosley. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember when Bosley used to advertise all the time about hair growers. So I'm going to use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot to prime my eyes for eyeshadow. So anyway, like I was saying, Bosley used to do a bunch of commercials, and they had, it's kind of like Hair Club for Men, I think. I don't know if they were the ones that had it, but along those lines, like they do hair regrowth, they do, like, you can do transplants. They're always the ones that, you know, call and get your free information. Well, I was browsing or perusing Ulta, and I came across the Bosley system. So they have this hair regrowth system, and it's got a ton of really good reviews. Everybody says how their hair looks. I mean, there's maybe one or two bad ones because there always is. So it was on sale, and then Ulta had a 20% off, extra 20% off coupon. And then I have, it's like until May 31st, I get 2 extra points, 2 times the points for my birthday. So I went ahead and bought that system. Now I am on a no buy, and shampoo and conditioner was part of my no buy, but I'm really, since my hair is I'm growing my hair out, I want to see what I can do to help it thicker, make it thicker. Because a couple of times I've not worn a headband and you guys are like, oh wow, your hair is looking much thicker. I've basically done the comb over thing. Like combing it forward because it's very, very thin, and it's been going thin since my mid-20s, and nobody can tell me why. So anyway, I did buy one thing, but again, I think it's regularly like $70, $50, $60, and I got it for $20. So I ain't complaining. And again, it is on my no buy, but again, I need something for my hair. Okay, let's do eyeshadow. So this is the Hot Heat. You guys can see the back, the colors is right up my alley. This is no longer available, but they have a ton of eyeshadows that are. All right, guys, there is a monster truck outside, apparently, and they're just gonna sit there. So we're gonna keep going. So as I was saying, this is the Hot Heat. I hate that word, however you say it. And this is what it looks like. Sorry for the glare. But it's got pinks and purples and oranges, and it's right up my alley. So it has the plastic on it, but like I said, this is no longer available. You could probably get it on like Poshmark or something like that. So I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go more, I really am drawn to this kind of shimmery shade, and I have swatched these. Look how pretty that is. It's so pretty. And I really think I want that on my lid. So I may go in a more neutral direction. Listen to me going neutral. Who am I? What have I done with Misty? So yeah, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna set this down because it's a little chunky. It's a little heavy for me. Yeah, let's just do that whole orange. Since I'm wearing pink and navy, let's go orange, right? Do we want to do that? Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna start with the lightest orange. I'm gonna put this in my crease. Now, I've seen mixed reviews on these LA Girl eyeshadows. Some of the palettes seem to be really great. Some of the palettes seem to be not great, but I think that's pretty common for a lot of drugstore brands, especially like NYX. I've heard, like, I didn't buy any of their palettes when I did my full face with them because so many of them got so many mixed reviews, and it's like, you know, I'm not wasting, and they're not cheap either. It's like, I'm not wasting $20 on a palette that is probably not going to work for me. So I try to, you know, spend money on palettes that I know are going to work. Like, I love ColourPop. You guys probably saw my birthday haul yesterday. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but I think it's going to go up on Sunday. So I'm filming it on May 11th, so it should go up the following Sunday, like this coming Sunday. And that's when the haul should go up on Saturday. It's my birthday haul. Anyway, you saw in that I got a ton of eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 more coming from ColourPop. I ordered them like mid-March, beginning of March, like right as they closed, because they are in California, right as they closed. And because I'm not in any hurry. Where am I going? What am I doing? Nothing. I'm sitting my butt at home. I'm okay, you know, to wait on eyeshadows. So I am. And that's the mauve collection that I have coming. You guys know I love purples, so I'm okay to wait. And I bought their Celestial. Is that what the one was called from yesterday's video? I don't remember. And it had some mauvey purple tone. So I'm good on eyeshadow. And I had mentioned, you know, that I'm on a no buy. I'm going to use the cream shade to kind of blend this out and highlight my brow bone. I am on a no buy, even though I did just buy that Bosley stuff. But I'm not buying any more makeup, especially makeup palettes. I think I'm up to like close to 100 by now. I am going to give some away. I like to send stuff to Project Beauty Share. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of them. I've talked about them in the past. They take new or gently used makeup. They sanitize it. They have a whole list of products that they will accept on their website. They sanitize it and then they share it with different shelters around the country, and then also with in Seattle. I'm pretty sure that's where they're based. I found them from the Taylor, who is now Taylor Wynn, but Taylor works with them and with her 15 Days of Foundation, if you've ever watched that series. And she also does Foundation Fridays, so if you ever want to know about any kind of foundation, she's probably reviewed it. Her voice is a little monotone, but I don't mind it. And I have a voice thing. Like, listen. I cannot listen to Joe Buck on TV when Rob watches baseball or... it's been there for 30 minutes. I had to move on. When Rob watches baseball or any kind of sport where Joe Buck is announcing, I have to put my headphones in and listen to something else because I'm sure he's a lovely person, but I can't listen to him. Okay, I'm going to take the darker orange and go out here a little bit. So what was I talking about? I don't even... Oh, eyeshadow palette. So I share with Project Beauty Share, and I do plan on doing that with some palettes. Because, like, some I got... That's not very dark. Let's switch to... I guess we'll do... Let's do this color. What is this color? It's just a dark brown. Use that. Last year in BoxyCharm, I got like 6 or 7 palettes. A couple of them I'm gonna keep, but like I got the browns. I don't know what that. Anyway, it's a Dose of Colors palette, and they're all brown. All of them are browns. I don't know what it's called, but it's a play on browns. And I don't wear browns. I mean, I'm putting a brown on right now, but it's also with an orange. I'm not a big neutrals kind of person. And if I am, I like them to be a little bit cooler. And so browns are just not something that I'm going to wear. If I'm going to wear eyeshadow, I almost always wear a color eyeshadow because, again, I don't really go anywhere. And even if I did, I don't mind. I don't mind wearing color. I love color. I'm going to use that first color to blend that out a little bit. This is going to be smoky when I don't want it to be, but that's pretty much all I can do, I guess. I'm a one-trick pony. Anyway, so like that one I'm going to give away. I have like one from, I don't even know where it's from, but it's like mostly neutrals. So it's like anything like that that I know I'm not going to use. And I'm not like, sometimes I will declutter like and sell some, but if it's something that like, if I don't need the money and, you know, I don't want to deal with the hassle, especially right now. I know some people are still buying things, but I'm going to do my craft de-stash at some point, and that's the only thing I want to worry about. Don't worry about having to deal with makeup. So these are really powdery, but they seem to be blending okay. It's a little darker and a little smoky than I thought I was going to do, but that's okay. When is it not, right? When is it not? I've been turning everything into like that kind of song. Like every time I sing something, it's like, oh. So anyway, that's a long eyeshadow talk about. So I'm doing Project Pan. If you guys didn't know, I'm doing everything this year. Like, just put everything out there. And Project Pan is a series where you basically try to use up your makeup. You use up your collection. And I'm doing 2 different Project Pans. The first one is just a full face of makeup. And the second one is 50 pink products. So if you missed that video, I'll see if I can link it down below. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that coppery shade. Let's see how it applies. Hopefully, and if it isn't great, I'll add some setting spray. I did my nails and I made this yellow color. Oh, that is crumbly. It just went down my shirt. Can you guys see that? This is why I do eyeshadow first. Oh my dang. It's really pretty, but holy mackerel. That went down my shirt. My boobs are now copper. Okay. All right, let's start all over. Look at that. Gosh darn it. Come on. There we go. Oh, I would suggest you spray that color. If you have this palette and you haven't used it, spray it. Okay, so anyway, Project Paint. And I watch, her name is Alejandra Lizette. She goes by Alex sometimes, but she's doing a pan that palette, and the way she's doing it is she's put all of her makeup palettes into like this random generator. It's like a Wheel of Fortune wheel, and then once, like at the beginning of the year, she, you know, picked 5 palettes, and then she picked 5 eyeshadows, and those are, once she hits pan, she rolls in a new one. And I thought that's a good idea, because the reason why I didn't pan a palette is because I like to play with color, and like some days I want to wear pink. The last time you saw me, I was in purple. Today I want to wear orange. Like, I don't want to be beholden to one eyeshadow palette, you know what I mean? Like, that's just not who I am, how I like to live. You know, I like to play with color, and I don't want to be stuck with just one. So I'm thinking about doing that, and then after I use a palette, I'm going to depot it and put it in some Z palettes. I got some Z palettes from Shop Miss A. If you've never heard of them, they are a really amazing website. Most of their products are $1, and their AOA brand, which is, I think is their brand, has amazing stuff. Their makeup is really good. They have some really great foundations, like our $1.55, $1.88, and they're vegan and they're cruelty-free. And it's like, okay, if they can be vegan and cruelty-free, and their makeup is $1, L'Oreal, Physicians Formula, all of these brands that are either weren't cruelty-free to start with, or have stopped being cruelty-free, they need to get back on the ball. Because, come on now. Cruelty-free is something that I want to start. I'll probably start that maybe next year. I'm not starting anything else this year, let me tell you. Okay, that's pretty. Can you guys see that? Oh, dang. He's gonna be totes pretty. I'm not starting one more thing this year. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it, Captain. So anyway, that's the way she's painting her palette, and I was like, I really think I could do that. I want to get through all my full face videos first. Like, I have one for Shop Miss A coming. I have one for Maybelline, Elf, Flower Beauty, JCat, Cargo, and I think that's it. I've done a full face of ColourPop. I've done a full face of, and Tarte too. Most of my full faces are going to be drugstore, because that's the makeup that I wear the most. Oh, I've done Makeup Revolution. I've done a lot, actually, to be honest. And yeah, I just like trying new brands, and I like getting ready with you guys on camera. So anyway, yeah. I'm going to do the other off camera. I'll come back, and then we'll move on to the next step. They got a little dark. What are you going to do? This is very, very patchy. No, not patchy. Dusty. It's very, very dusty. But they blend it out. I mean, they blend it out really well. So if you can find one, I would get one. Okay. So let's move on to eyeliner. This is the Glide On Gel Liner. This is a cult, has a cult following. Oh my word, Misty Brain. It's very, very popular. It's also and all of my complexion products are a little dark. So I do have a white mixer. I bought this forever ago. So it's only been within the last 2 years that foundation shades have gotten lighter. I mean, normally, like, I've shown my L'Oreal. This is pretty, it's kind of dark. And then this one is also a little dark. So this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation, and it's in the color Fair. So I'm gonna mix up some on my face, or on my palette. This little palette is from e.l.f. and it's exactly like that for this. I think I paid like $2 for it, but you can just mix up your own concoction of foundation, concealer, you know, whatever on that. So I'm gonna do 2 pumps, maybe 3 pumps of the foundation, and I'm gonna start with 1 pump of the white. So this is just called the, oh, this is also Illuminating Foundation, and it's in the color white. So hopefully we'll get a decent color out of this. So as you can see, I have a lot of redness on my face, and I try to match to my neck. And Lisa Eldridge mentioned match to this skin right here. So I think this is going to be pretty good, pretty close. So I'm going to use my Tati Blendiful. It doesn't smell like much of anything. I thought I smelled like burnt chocolate. I don't think I did though. Anyway, I'm going to use my Tati Blendiful to get this on and try to avoid that Band-Aid. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good shade actually. This looks pretty full coverage. I mean, that covered all my redness for sure. I might have mixed it a little too light, but that's on me. I think the undertone is good. That glow though, look at that. That's really pretty. This is sitting really nice on the skin too. That primer is definitely a silicone primer. It reminded me of the Benefit Pore Freshenal. It doesn't have a tint, but it has that slippery, slidey feeling. It's not my favorite, but I don't think at the time they had a different primer. The good thing is it's not very big, so if I add it to my collection and I start using it, it won't take me too long to get through it. For concealers, this is what I have for my under eye. This is a little dark. This is in Porcelain. So this is the lightest shade, I'm pretty sure. And then I have 2 color correctors. So I have one in peach something, and this one is in something else. I think I'm going to use this one for my under eye since it's a little bit not as dark as that other one. So the only thing I don't like about these is they're a squeezy tube with a little brush on the end. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my darkest area, which is right here in the corner of my eyeball. So I have really deep set eyes, which means they're very far back in my head. And I also have very, they're also deep in the socket. So I have a dip, a pretty significant dip in my, right here. So the only way to fix that would be filler. And I'm just not there yet. Okay, that's actually really pretty on its own. I need to add just a little bit because this is real peach. But that's really pretty. I like that. That definitely covered up most of the darkness for sure and did a little bit of brightening. I probably should have put the concealer down first and then put this on top of it, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when they come for you? I used this to clean up my brows earlier, so that's why it's got some use. I'm not going to put a whole bunch. I'm just going to try to mix this in. You guys can see how dark that is compared to what I normally use. I'm just using my finger for this. like that. That looks really pretty. Holy Moses. That's really pretty. I really like it with just the little bit of concealer tapped on. It may look a little too bright on camera, but in person, it looks really good. Heck yeah. I'm gonna add this to my box. Heck yeah. So I'm taking it all the way in to my inner corner. Because it's definitely dark in there. Gonna blend this out with my finger. I think I was talking about my nails. I did my nails and I made my own yellow. So you can take mica, like a mica powder or an eyeshadow, and mix it with, you know, any kind of glitter, and then white dip powder or clear dip powder to make your own color. And I wanted pink and yellow, but this yellow was like a mustard yellow, and I wanted something a little brighter. So I can't decide if I'm just going to take the yellow off. And they don't look great up close, trust me. So I can't decide if I'm going to take them off, the yellow off completely, or if I'm just going to try to make a different color. I really don't know. The next time you see me, I may have different nails. The world will never know. The world may never know. So yeah, it took me 7 hours on Friday to get these nails done. And the problem was that what happened first? Oh, the first time I put on one of them, it was just chunky. A chunky mess. And I didn't like the colors together, so I took them off. And the reason why I say took them off, I mean like I had to file them back down and start all over. And I'm using tips. My nails are growing back out, but I wanted them a little longer, so I went ahead and put tips on. So that meant I had to, you know, take those tips off and basically start from the beginning. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm not going to set the under eye. I'm actually not going to set my entire face because I don't have a face powder to do it. So let's go ahead and bring back in, let's go ahead and fix the under eye, and I'm going to clean this up where I messed it up a little bit. So anyway, what was I talking about? So it took me like 7 hours to do my nails. I was so tired. That's why I didn't really do anything on, Sunday. But I didn't do much Saturday either. I read a bunch on Saturday, but yesterday I was like, I can't read today because my eyes were so just tired. One thing about myasthenia is it also affects the muscles in your eye, and this eye has become very like lazy, like it's a lot to pull it over, and I can actually feel it struggling to come in line when I put my glasses back on, which is, you know, it's so much fun. That is sarcasm if you couldn't tell. So yeah, it's a pain. It can be a really big pain. But so I took yesterday off from reading, and I just spent some time watching YouTube videos. I've been watching, I think I mentioned Jessica Lee, her and a couple other people who do project painting. And I've just been watching O Projects because they do updates every month, and it's kind of fun to watch people use up their stuff. I really enjoy empties. I don't know, I just like watching people use their shit. I don't know why. Don't question it. Just be like, okay, Misty. Okay, Misty, whatever you say, Misty. So this is the lightest orange that I used in my crease to start out. This is a Profusion brush. It came in a palette. I don't remember which one. But they have their own brushes now, and I picked up some of them, and they're actually pretty good. Most of my brushes are Shop Miss A, Elf. I got some from Wet n Wild and some from Amazon. If I have any high-end brushes, they're from BoxyCharm. I don't mind that at all. I'm going to put in some eyeliner in my lower waterline. I brought in some other colors, but I didn't buy any other colors in this Wet n Wild. So, I mean, in this LA Girl. So I'll just use this one. That black. That's black. That went on so super easy too. So I may, once my no buy is over, pick up some eyeliners. Although I don't have very many colored eyeliners. But I don't need them right now either. Go ahead and blend that out with a little touch of that brown that I used on the outer corner. Oh, this palette is like basically impossible to open. You guys probably can't even see. Just didn't get it off from your face. So I'm just going right against the lash line with this brown. Right, let's move on to the face. Actually, before I do that, I need to set. Okay. Those are set. So I actually have a contour from this. This is the Just Blushing in the shade Just Because. And look at this. This is a really pretty contour shade. Again, Taylor from the Taylor, or now Taylor Wynn, is the one that introduced me to this. She's fair like me. So this is really pretty. I'm not one who normally powder contours. It's just not something that I normally do, but I'm going to do it today. And I'm going to use my Blendiful. I'm going to turn it over and use the side that doesn't have any liquid on it. I'm going to put, ooh, just a little bit on here. And I would contour like right here. And I'm kind of going up because I don't want to go down. So if any of you are wondering about this Blendiful, I really like it. Mine does have a little bit of a tear, but I was probably a little rough with it, I'm not gonna lie. The last time I washed it, but I mean, just a simple easy stitch should fix it right up. So that's what I'll do. I kind of like that. Yeah? All right, let's bronze. Let's bronze. So for that, I have this LA Girl blush collection. This is a glam blush collection. It looks like, looks like this. So there is a light powder, a bronzer, and then 2 blushes. This powder is a little dark for me to use it to set or anything. If you're a darker skin tone than me, it may work for you, but I am definitely going to use this bronzer shade. Just picking it up a little bit. Dust it on the arm here. This is a little more red than what I normally use, but I don't mind that. I know a lot of people don't like a red or orangey toned bronzer. I like whatever is going to look like a natural like sun kiss, because for me, when I get some sun, which I don't anymore at all, like I cannot get any sun because the medication I'm on can cause skin cancer, but I want it to look like it's actual flush from the sun, not necessarily, you know, a brown, just a brown, whatever I'm trying to say. Just, you know, a brown splash or whatever. I want it to look like I got some real sun, because can't anymore. I have to wear all the sunscreen when I go out. Most people on immune suppression therapy are at a risk for skin cancer. It also is a risk for colon cancer, but so I avoid the sun like the plague. And Rob is really good about not parking. Like if I go with him somewhere, we'll either find a tree or, yeah. This is the Moonlight Magic. This is the Blush Babe. This is also a really good contour shade. If you're looking for something a little cooler than that one. And then this is a really pretty like mauve blush. That's really pretty. So yeah, I don't know what color. Oh no, that's not Moonlight Magic. This is Blush Babe. Moonlight Magic is the highlighter, Misty. Oh my word. So I don't know if I'm going to use this blush palette or if I'm just going to stick with the other one. Let's see. Let me look at it again. I think I'm going to stick with this one. Good job, Misty. You probably ruined that highlighter. I think I'm going to use, I really am drawn to this color. You know what? I probably should go a bit more peachy. We'll use this peachy blush. This one. Nope. Let's see this one. This one. It's kind of peachy. I forget that I have a little bit of orange. I'm a little warmer today than I normally would be. It's pretty. That's pretty. I look like a Neapolitan over here. I'm gonna have to do some blending. I look like a Neapolitan ice cream sandwich, what actually sounds really good. I haven't had one of those in ages. I used to be able to get sugar-free ice cream sandwiches, but they were not really like they were sugar-free, but sometimes sugar alcohols can bother your blood sugar just as badly as regular sugar does. So when that happens, you know. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my big my big powder brush and kind of blend this out. Just kind of flicking up. This is very, very dewy, like very dewy. Very dewy. All right, let's highlight with the Moonlight Magic palette. This is in Moonlight Magic. It looks like this. So this could be used as a bronzer topper. And there's these colors, or I also have this strobe 100 kilowatt or 100 watt. Oh, this is the one. I had to press this because it came from Ulta and it was all cracked to pieces. So let's see. Oh, that's so powdery. That's going to be a little too dark for my skin tone. So we're going to pull into this Moonlight Magic. I did orange on my eyes and I have a pink lip. Way to go, Misty. Way to go. I'm such a professional contour. So professional. And I'm going to take this lightest color right here. Let me mix it a little bit with the gold. We're going to add a little bit of highlight up here on these cheekbones. Yes? No? Yes? No? No? I mean, that's not doing anything. I don't really think that highlighter did much of anything, but I am already looking pretty glowy because of that foundation. So, what steps do we have left? Let's set, and then we'll do some mascara, and then we'll do lips, and then I will be done with this video. So far so good. I love the foundation. I mean, if you like illuminating foundation, I think that foundation is like $5. Let's look on Ulta to find out for sure. Ulta. Oh, I don't have glasses on. Let's see if I can do it anyway. LA Girl. Concealer is $4.99 and the eyeshadow, the Pro Matte foundation is $8.99. The Illuminating Foundation is $8.99. So that's not bad. That little blush was like $3. So yeah, they have more palettes now. So you could definitely find something that you're looking for. They, like I said, they also have, like Ulta puts them on sale, buy one, get one half price. So yeah, okay. All right, let's spray. This is the LA Girl Pro Setting Spray. It's little bitty. I think they have a new one. I think I remember Juicy Jazz. Sorry, I used my teeth. Having a new one that she likes. So, and maybe this is just a travel size. I don't have any idea. That smells like vinegar. Oh my word, does that smell like vinegar? Vinegar, that smells like vinegar. All right. I mean, come on now, y'all. Mascara, I have two. I have the LA Girl Fiber Lash or Lash Fiber 3D, and then I have the Volumatic. So I think I'm going to do the fibers on the top and use the other one maybe on the bottom. Let's see. Ooh, I like the wand. I'm actually not seeing any fibers. This is really pink, y'all. This is not going to go. But we're going to put it on and look at it. And then I'm going to put something else on. Oh, yeah. That's like Barbie pink. Oh, no. I think I'm going to use the Nars and try not to spill this on me. The last time I used it, I got it everywhere. It won't come out of that green shirt either. That's the face. I think this turned out pretty good. This is the NARS American Woman liquid matte. This is a sample, but it's a pretty decent formula. And it'll dry down. So I think it looks pretty good with this whole look. So yeah, so that's it. So out of everything I tried, the only thing I didn't care for was the lipstick. I also didn't care for that highlighting palette. It's not very glowy. I mean, I already have a glow because of the foundation, but yeah, that highlighting palette, I wouldn't waste my money on that. I love the eyeshadow palette. It is really powdery, but again, that's to be expected, I think, sometimes of drugstore, what are those called? Eyeshadow palettes, or just palettes in general, because it helps them be more pigmented, and that's okay. So, but yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. I hope you guys are doing well and just holding on, right? Just grab an oar and let's just keep rowing. That's what I put on an article I found on Facebook today. So yeah, but anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, day, night, weekend, wherever you are. So I will be back tomorrow, Monday, because this is going up on a Sunday. I don't know which Sunday, but it's going to go up on a Sunday. And I'll be back tomorrow with another full week of eating keto and or carnivore. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.